dangerous. It's too soft. And it looks like there's Daddy JP's hero, the Carmilla Rome. Okay, now what does Kyle play?
They didn't waste a second to finish that draft.
Does Kyle play Akai? A Kyle TZ?
It does seem like that's the direction they're
9 out of
heading.
10.
You like that? You like that?
Yeah.
Right.
It's beautiful. Because it makes sense. There's a Carmilla, there's a Terizla.
Will Barrett's make sense?
Barats is still out here.
Yeah,
but
Barrett's
in Game 3 just wasn't so good.
Agree.
It was punished so hard.
Yeah, Kai though I kind of like. I don't know if that's that's where Coach Duck and Coach Treb's mind is at. They're analyzing it.
A Kyle TZ or a Barrett's. What could it be? Will there be a shift?
For duty.
What's
That was
this?
a different guy.
Oh, the X-Borg.
Jungle X-Borg. All right, taking a page out of Carl TZ's book from Game 3.
That's fair. That's fair. Actually, it's pretty good because they do have a lot more front-end damage compared to if they did pick an Akai or if they did pick the Barats.
It's a tank and a utility jungler's nightmare. You're looking to go right and burn the faces off of the Terizla, right off the Baksha, right off the Carmilla. I'm with it. Okay. All right. Better than maybe even the Akai. Definitely better than the Barats. So I'm with Falcons APBREN here.
Yeah, it's a great answer on how they wanted to deal with counter initiations from the setups of what the Carmilla can do. And this is our last look for the lineup possibly for this game, or either Falcons APBREN makes this lineup up again. There's this few onto the Forza, Flap TZ onto the Yuzong. So there's no counter for this Forza to free roam, not unless JP or Sanford has a way to deal and soak up damage to get that Forza out of the Feather Airstrike. Let's see how this goes. Will Falcons APBREN push this to a game number 5, or Liquid Echo be the first one to secure their grand finals ticket and the representation of the Philippines in MSC?
And one game away from booking a flight to Riyadh here. Team Liquid PH decide to go for this.
I don't know if I said this on broadcast, but it's likely few who might pick up the Farsa. Again, tight mid lane. Mid lane is so tight in the current metagame, and getting a Farsa in a burst or lineup that needs burst is your next best thing when Vexana is, is in risk.
Yeah.
It's actually great as well for hunting down Moskov. It's a classic counter to people who spam Moskov.
Yeah, you zone out the Moskov.
Yeah, because Moskov can't position properly.
And having a way to force out that skill to dash away from danger, it's a great resource out of Benecutie, but they have 2 Purifies, Benecutie and JP. But for the side of Falcons APBREN, they have 3 as well. They know.
They respect the Curse of Blood. And something else to note, Benecutie here, alongside that Purify, he's also rocking his independent talent emblem, right? He's setting up for the basic emblem, the tenacity and the firmness. So he really just wants to keep himself safe. He's protecting himself.
Alive.
Ah, exactly.
Then while Super Marco's just all in, man. Assassin emblem, Master Assassin plus Thrill. Okay, so it's now Falcons APBREN who want to go faster. Beatdown has switched sides, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, that's flicker out of Sanford. No ultimate for the possible first objective here. Not hitting level 4 just yet. But ultimate still, Carl TZ has it. Both junglers has it right now. So it depends how this team fight will layer onto holding that first line. Or the front line, rather. Few seconds for the Feather Airstrike to show, but this is the fight.
Good setup here coming in from Team Liquid. They do have advanced positioning. FCAP looking for a way in, but no cigar. They decide to go back. Carl TZ with the first turtle of the game.
They don't...
Again, seems to be the story of this matchup, right? Every single time Liquid Echo want to fight, they want to collapse. Falcons APBREN, they want a more, I'd say, scattered engagement, and they just can't do that just yet. They just don't have the damage output yet.
Yeah, I think that's one thing to actually note. The super marker right now from Falcons APBREN will need time. I think we've all seen it on the first roll objective. Super Marco got a good peel out of Benecutie. So up against a Roger in this lane, they would need extra hand from JP to push forward with the wave. So looking at the gold, Super Marco has more ways to actually clear it. He's a Roger. So, but this pushes out JP to roam or even aid the gold lane most of the time.
They're not getting punished for it at all either. The 2-man babysitting duo for Benecutie and JP it's not allowing for FCAP to go move elsewhere, so that's fine. They're actually allowed to do this, and it doesn't suffer, it doesn't hurt or detriment them in the long run. They can still set up for this next turn. Like it will allow for XP and gold to even out.
I think that's true. With the ultimate right now present for Farsa and as well for Ogwen, they have more ways to call in the party. Again, you have the burst from the Farsa. The Fury Vice on cooldown would be just in time for the tool to show. But meanwhile, JP is also looking for a way to deny vision of this chip. Ogwen, again, didn't have a good time from their previous match, but they're still looking for a way to make this work.
Really gauging each other right now. 4 minutes in, no kills happening yet. Classic MPL PH happening so far.
Items showing up on our screens. 10 seconds for the second objective to show. Liquid Philippines now would have a way to hold or even have a chance to penetrate the backline of FCAP. Question is, who's going to go all in this time around? Look at that. Backline looking for a way to be secured by Ogwen.
KarlTzy trying to do exactly the same thing KarlTzy did, but this time around it's Few with a feather airstrike looking for Sanji. Sanford gonna walk on by, focuses on the turtle here, and first blood goes over Super Marco and FCAP. Falcons, APBREN getting everything they want, except for BenQ and Sanji. Good show for the Bees.
For the first time in a while, Falcons APBREN take a win right in the turtle pit. That's one apiece this time around. An early mortality by KarlTzy. I'm guessing he feels the pressure from game 3. He understands that, hey, as a Barata, I was too soft.
Yeah.
Never again. I got 4 life bars, fam. And that's going to allow for them to barrel on forward. Look at this. Look at this game snap right after leaving the laning phase. All rolls, lane per lane, gold-wise. FCAP got Liquid PH beat. So I'm looking at the items this time around. How did this happen? How is there 900 gold on Marco?
Oh my goodness.
That was 2 kills right on
2 kills, yeah.
I'll tell you, there you go. It's because of the kills.
Beautiful.
It's because of the kills and his relentless laning. Even against JP and BenQ for the past 4 minutes, it's been this duo here. He never really left the carts.
Right. That was 1 point to even observe. Oh, look at that.
I need the card. I need the card, fam.
Need the card, man.
All right,
no. JP says no. No, sir, not today.
Looking for a way to trade.
All right, all right.
That's good. Liquid Echo here doing their homework, making sure that, all right, we're forcing a lane swap. Go home, BenQ, that's a technical knockout. And this will allow for, rather, go home, Marco. This will allow BenQ to, again, equalize on that gold.
Well, speaking of equalize, slowly you would feel that swap. I think because of the Immortality first item for this export for KarlTzy, it's so much effective when you have a chip around you. You would not actually spend so much on the War Experts because, again, you point out perfectly on how his Varus was so soft. Meanwhile, hold it out, BenQ.
No,
throwing out spears.
Beautiful dueling coming in from BenQ, but looks like it's going to be an even trade. Actually, JP got that gold, so probably a better trade for BenQ that time.
Oh no, better trade for Marco.
Marco, rather, sorry.
That's right,
for Marco.
yeah. The kill went on the wrong dude.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
And again, it's going to be a fight under that turtle this time. APBREN using the Black Dragon, preemptively pushing back the rest of Team Liquid.
All right, it's been a while since we had a mage that has as much of a burst and reliability as a Farsa. So there is a reason why few pick this hero.
That's right, working well.
And also against Sanji in this time of the game, utilizing more of the burst that he can do. Again, this is a Roger, this is a Yuzong. And to counter it out, or to even add layer of damage for this X4, build it onto the War Axe, this is more continuous teamfight that they can peel against Liquid Echo.
Liquid Echo right now are dealing with the aforementioned peel, the aforementioned re-engage, because of how you could go purify, reposition, collapse with the shortcut. But also, something to consider, oddly enough, I don't know if you guys agree, but Liquid Echo are the ones who might want to engage from afar. Number one, they have this.
They're trying to do that right now. Combo with Spear Destruction, pushes back Super Marco, and I think he's going to go down. And the artillery is way too far. Few not in position to activate or to hit anyone with a feather airstrike.
Anticipated quickly, Echo.
That was fast.
Leo.
Right, that's what I was going to say. They wanted to take fights from further because that's where Falcons APBREN are not comfortable and not expecting. Because again, they're the ones with the range, they're the ones with the cross-map on-demand activation with the shortcut. So if it's Liquid Echo who's saying, you know what, we don't even care. We're going to go for these long engagements as long as we have a good setup with the Astral Echo, then we can make it happen. That's how they're going to try to slow the roll of Falcons APBREN and close the gap between Benny and Marco and then regain the map. If anything, truth be told, map belongs to Liquid Echo. Look at that lane down bottom.
The push and also how they managed to get that kill out. That's very, very efficient. I think now Sanji, with having the Blood Wings with him, it's a great way to actually hold a just in case the Black Dragon form or Flap TZ goes down to hold or even counter Sanji while in pursuit. I think slowly they have an advantage on how to counter this backline entry. So far, they know the assignment. They know the idea on how to shorten out a possible team fight. But it's 2.5K, still with FCAP. But one thing to actually look is how you enter and shut down Few from the back line. Still, he has more ways to force out peel, force out damage out of Liquid Echo the moment they step onto that feathered airstrike.
And the sheer range of the Feathered Airstrike allows for a non-Astral Echo entry to be lethal. If you don't start with an Astral Echo, then you're losing. I think that's what Liquid Echo is waiting for here. And that's why this Lord Dance is relatively easy for a Falcon APBREN to start and to even keep up. Look, they have map control right now. They have control of vision until the Echo comes out.
Especially right now, the Calpisi is more confident, right, on this export. So many HP bars, he knows he can run well. He knows that there's damage behind him. So they can go.
They know that they were in
the back! Here comes the shortcut, but it's not going to be used because everyone is already within range. Flying it up here, it's going to be Flap TZ trying to get the engagement active.
Bang.
They're peeling hard onto Carl TZ. They take him down. The re-engage is strong with a crash course. Good stunts coming in from Ogwin. That is a 2 for none in favor of FCAP.
That's it. They crossed the line of no return. There's no way that that is being undone. And yes, it started with an Astral Echo, but that's the answer from Ogwin. He took
another one.
And then, wait.
Oh, another crash course here. JP's in trouble.
Benicudi still
going in. And Benicudi not gonna be able to get that Lord, but he gets slapped. He can get more. Super Marco in trouble, but he gets the score. 1 for 1. Traded out, but the Lord goes over to Falcons APBREN.
The confidence of Benicudi just diving into what? Enemy lines!
It's a Pyrrhic victory. It cost them a lot, but they got the shutdown on Marco. And hell, maybe they even threatened the Lord take, right? Because if that went the wrong way, if they got the stun, if Marco got skewered into a wall before the Lord was taken down, maybe Benny could have stolen the Lord. Who knows, right? But as it is, Liquid Echo not out of the woods just yet. They still have to deal with this Lord marching through. But that was a good trade. 2 for 1. Oh, wait. Oh,
JP.
Trouble in paradise here for JP. Getting hit by the Feather Airstrike 2 to 3 times. And again, burned to a crisp by the export.
Yeah, Purifier was still on cooldown. Now Falcons APBREN have a push down bottom. Kyle TC has still the immortality. Now looking for a way. Liquid Echo looking for a way to hold this. They need to let this go. Just now, it's not worth it to commit. Again, there's no hold, there's no setup from JP just yet. So he would need more time to hold this through. Oh, Min's still pushing down, but I think there's going to be a turret taken down out by Falcons APBREN.
That's top and mid taken down. Even bottom. Amazingly synchronized waves from Falcons APBREN. But Liquid Echo still struggling to find that collapse. I think, all right, about 5-6 minutes ago, the plan was, all right, engage from long range. Now they know that they can't, given how small the map is for them. Now, the next stage for them is to force out full-on collapses. If it's a full-on collapse with a late entry from Benny, then they can win that fight. But that aside, Falcons APBREN have every single right to call the fights. They can say, fights happen here, fights happen now, and it's so easy because of how Ogwin has the Purify and then the 2 key finishers Marco and Few have the Purify as well, so it's difficult for Liquid Echo to rely on Daddy JP with the Curse of Blood. It's just a no-go.
And I agree with you. It's more likely a full commitment just in case Falcons APBREN would force out a team fight. But just looking at this, we're going back to the infinite keys to victory. This is the macro game that Falcons APBREN wanted to happen early on, when they have a way to shut down Carl TZ earlier, and as well as JP. Once it's out of the picture on the team fight, things happen in their favor. And how you guys mentioned how the synchronization of the lanes were working through them, this is just problem after problem for Liquid Echo to show, but they're not out of the bush yet. They have mid-game spike, they have damage here, but this is just a question.
Oh no, Few just picked up the Holy Crystal, man.
Oh.
All the more. I'm wondering what the items look like, or we're going to see it in just a bit, because there's a Lord coming up here, and I want to know if there's enough magic defense, because prior, again,
it's full-on burst.
This is the best kind of damage coverage you have. You have physical in Marco and Flap, you have magic in Few, and then you have True in Kyle. I wonder what kind of itemization Liquid Echo have prepared for this fight, especially since they're down 3K.
That's tricky. That's tricky for sure.
Oh, when it showed up.
On the side looking for maybe a possibility of taking down Few, but it's a no-go once more. Team Liquid looking for trouble, but they're not being obliged. Falcons APBREN very smart in controlling this aggression from Liquid.
Yeah, but again, dances come easier for Falcons.
Yeah.
Right? Dances are safer for them, and there's always that threat of that Y walk. And that's why Benny, Cutie, and JP are keeping that portal close.
Yeah.
They're holding the line, but Sanford got peeled
here
right away.
LTZ.
Hello.
That's going to be a pop. There's going to be an attack here, maybe on Ogwin. But of course, he does have enough speed to get out of the way. My.
Okay, they just completely retreat back. Again, they have the last 3 inhibitor turrets from Liquid Echo. If Falcon APBREN gets their hands on this objective with the waves pushing in their favor, this could be a tight defense for the cavalry. But they're not committing just yet. Wait, look at the damage from Benny Cutie.
Easy, no Firaga armor, but here comes the engagement flap. 5-man compression here. Team Liquid, but Few is on the side, already used up the feathered airstrike. It's a signal, it's a go time for Team Liquid. Kaltizi with a Lord, but I think they're gonna get cleaned up here.
Super Marco used to Purify.
Super bad, but they are gonna be able to make it out. 4 members alive from FCAP, but will it be enough? It's gonna be a few towers at the least going over to Team Liquid because of that.
All right. That was a struggle for Falcons APBREN respect. Again, every time it's a full-on collapse, Liquid Echo are just masterful at taking those fights. But good news for Falcons APBREN, the silver lining is at least they did not concede the Lord.
That's right. Lord's still there. They only lost 1 guy, so I guess that's best case scenario in this regard.
Yeah.
Shortcut activated. Flaptizi is back on track. Flying it off, looking for maybe Synergy, but they are going to focus on to Sanford here. Few's in trouble. He's on the back. Oh my goodness. That's going to be trouble in paradise, and that Lord was not used to its full effect here.
If they forced Few back to base to regen and recall, Sanford has eyes on the best target possible. Forced out the feather airstrike, and they know what could be the possible way to take them down.
All right, Liquid Echo reminding Falcons APBREN, hey, this is still our side of the map. Put respect on Authorita. This turret will not fall down, not unless it's happening over our cold, dead bodies. Something to note, I was watching that skirmish in mid, right? But my eyes were, and my attention were actually on that battle between Few and Sanford.
Yeah.
Did you notice that Few will only really press Purify when it's absolutely necessary?
Yeah.
He will press it at the very last second. If I was that Farsa, I was like, all right, there's help, guys, there's a Terizla on me. I would press the Purify almost immediately and wings away. But no, for Few, it's like, all right, wait, now.
At the very least, you're trying to bait, I guess. You're trying to bait Team Liquid that you think you have me, but not really.
Yeah, give me more, right? Like, spend more resources on this. If you want it, come get it. Maybe even force Sanford to use the flicker, right, to confirm the kill. But, I mean, Few didn't die. He's still sitting at 104.
That is the mastery of Kyle Angelo Arcangel in this hero. Doesn't know he's not going to be unfazed. He's completely knows where to press the right timings. And having the Winter Truncheon now, he can play more with the resources out of Liquid Echo. But if they will need to make sure it happens again, But this is just one thing that we need to consider, because looking at the waves, freezing down top and bottom, this is how they wanted to force out Liquid Echo. Again, they are in match point right now, and Falcons APBREN, with the lead that they have, they still need to close this game. And what better way to hold this by looking for a pickoff out of Falcons APBREN. At 5 seconds, this is the objective that could be the game-ending push for FCAP.
All right, you know what, friends? I agree with you. If there's any way that Liquid Echo can come back and win, besides the full-on collapse, which they're so good at, those are team fights that they love. Maybe a free pickoff, like the one on FCAP Easy earlier, right? If they can do that right here, right now, with this evolved Lord, then they can slowly go to shrinking this gold lead. Oh,
JP! JP!
Wrong push. Daddy JP.
All right. Use a Flicker. Use a Purify and use a Winter Truncheon. He's actually fine. That's some tools, maybe.
Look at the positioning of
use.
Ogwyn.
First Blood's still available here. And Ogwyn very far away. Probably looking for a way to maybe make a full push happen. But this time around, Spear of Destruction committed straight into field. There goes a feathered airstrike, and down goes Benny Cutie. And the fight's happening. Kyle Teasy with the Lord. It's looking really bad here for Team Liquid Echo. Betty is down. Sanford follows suit. Carl Teasy all alone. Sanji on the mid. Maybe control some of these lanes. But the fight going over to Falcons APBREN.
There were multiple layers of deception from Falcons APBREN. All right, there were multiple levels of deception presented by Falcons APBREN. And the fact that they stuck to the bit, they confirmed every single winning line of play, allows for them to now possibly bring us to game number 5. There was the false Rafrisha play up top. There was the angle behind the Lord Pit. There was the reverse collapse onto the Moskov ult.
I swear, if Benny didn't pull that Spear Destruction, they would have gone 5 men on top.
Right?
Completely.
Oh, here we go.
But now the base is open.
Oh, the base is open, and now the push is happening. Everyone's on the floor.
There's still minions.
There is going to be more. Oh my goodness, Flap Teasy.
The base!
And the base is the target. We got a game 5.
Falcons APBREN answered. Yes, we do bleed, but we're not going down with a fight. This is the battle of the world champions.